Hey guys, I want to share a very quick message. It's been coming through a few times. I've heard someone else say it today, so I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to share this, and whoever it resonates with, great. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's fine too. But the message is the next 4 months are going to be very wild. They're going to be very intense for a lot of us. Where you are now in terms of location or where you are in terms of life is going to be very, very different come the end of the year, come December 31st. There's been this very strong facade of going back to normal, especially in July. I'm currently in New York State, so it was very strong here, this like not having to wear, a face nappy anymore. And that energy is kind of carried over to August, but I'm telling you, again, if it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay, but what I've been getting over and over again is the next 4 months are going to be very intense. They're going to be very different. This idea of going back to normal is going to really start to be shattered in people who are the most resistant to what's going on right now. The illusion of going back to a normal is going to start to shatter for those people who are clinging on so much to that illusion. And we're going to start to see that going back to normal was, number one, never an option, but number two, not even desired, because a lot of people are going to start waking up to the fact of what normal actually was, even March 2020. So, again, even though things are kind of, at least, what's the word, like, third dimensionally calm, like everything seems with your eyes, with your physical eyes, if you're not tapped into anything else, things seem kind of calm right now. Even though it seems that way from one perspective, things are going to change. The next 4 months for many of you are going to be very wild. So do with that message with it what you want to do with it, but and don't, you don't have to go down the doom rabbit hole, as many people will, or the fear rabbit hole, or the I'm fucked rabbit hole, or the panic. You don't have to do that, but it's good to know that things, again, I keep saying this, but it's true, things aren't going back to the way they were. We're stepping into a whole new crazy world, my friends. A whole new crazy world. And the amount of change and the amount of action that's going to happen that I feel very strongly is we're on the verge of in September, October, November, December. A lot of people won't be able to believe it. A lot of people won't be able to swallow it, and yet it's going to be pushed in our faces. It's going to be there. So a lot of you who have felt energetically heavy on and off this year have been preparing for this subconsciously. Your bodies, if you've been feeling like myself, like having a lot of rest this year, a lot of doing nothing physically, a lot of like not even working out, not a lot of movement, that's why. It's because deep down, intuitively, energetically, that you've needed the rest for what's to come. And again, it's not to scare anybody, but it's what we're moving into. I keep getting the word intense, and intensity can be good, right? This intensity will cause change. The thing with humans is, though, that most of us are so scared of change. Most of us are so afraid. We've been programmed and conditioned and mind controlled to be so afraid of change. We've been so afraid. I was on a walk the other day, and I had this really good analogy came to me where there was like this brush, this forest, and this idea of being afraid of the unknown is thinking that there's danger on the other side of that brush, on the other side of that forest. To, you know, we're told by authorities to not rock the boat, to not go into the unknown, to stay in the known, to go back to normal. All normal is they're using the carrot over your head. Get the vaccine, we'll go back to normal. Wear a mask, we'll go back to normal. All that stuff. The dangling carrot of normal is just the known. It's safety, it's comfort. But once you start realizing the illusion of normal and the safety in the known, and this idea that things, you know, can stay the same forever and you can live a life of no change, that's not how it works. The more you resist change, the more change will happen in your body, and that's how a lot of people build up disease. But anyways, the more courageous you are to listen to yourself, and your inner self always wants to go into the forest, the forbidden forest. Because once you take the steps into the forest, on the other side of that fear, on the other side of the unknown, on the other side of that change is your paradise, whatever that looks like for you. So yes, is it going to get crazy and intense and kind of unbelievable at times? That's the message I've been getting, yes. Is that going to start amping up this year, the next 4 months? Yes. But can you see the silver and golden linings in it? And if parts of you are still holding on to the past, can you have compassion for those parts, but can you also really start to let them go? And trust that by letting them go, you're going to be provided for, and something much, much greater on the other side of that brush, on the other side of that forest, is going to be given to you. Because there's going to be bids for you to do certain things as it gets more and more intense, right? For your safety, for your well-being, for your health. You know the drill, guys. But a lot of people don't. Because when you're so anchored in the fear frequency, you literally you throw all logic out the door. But again, you could choose. You get to choose. You get to view it with higher dimensional eyes, right? With more intuitive eyes. And in the thickest of it, remember that it's all here to free you. That this is a transitory period. That it could look messy, but that having things stay the same, or having things playing in this idea of safety, playing in this idea of not wanting to rock the boat, playing in this idea of having things, not having anything change, or things still being consistent, that's not going to serve. It's not going to serve, because what's going on right now is the outer layer, right? Think of like a rotten, I don't know why this is coming to me, but like think of like a rotten cookie. Can cookies even go rotten? I guess so, maybe. Think of like right now we're operating with like a rotten cookie, but the certain figures who enjoy control are painting that rotten cookie with a nice glossy, shiny, colorful frosting. and they keep saying, no, look at the frosting, look at how beautiful it is, look at this. If you keep doing everything we want you to do, and you know, you can still have this beautiful cookie. But well, the next 4 months, more or less, will show more and more people is that it doesn't matter how much icing they put on the cookie, it's still a rotten cookie, it's still corroding. It's going to become more and more apparent to people based on the energies and the events of the next 4 months. So I hope this helps you guys. I'm feeling called to take a break from YouTube as well as my Instagram. So if this message helps you, I appreciate donations via my PayPal, which I believe is in my bio of YouTube. Right now I'm still open to working with people for what I call energy sessions. That's another way to support my work. A lot's going to change, so I'll keep people posted in some way, but I am feeling a hiatus from YouTube for a while, but we'll see what happens, and take care of yourselves and enjoy the ride. I love you guys.